My name's Alian Medina, reporting for the Eagles News Network, here with Mr. Antonelli, a former Douglas Byrd alumni and astronaut. How was school life here during your era, you could say?
Yeah, my guess is it was similar to today, right? Some things change, and some things are the same. I was good in math, so I took all the math classes here. I remember Miss Elkins and Miss Snodgrass were teaching math. I'm pretty sure they're not here now. And I remember my chemistry and physics teacher, Mr. Bradley. I'm I'll say pretty introverted by nature, so I'm pretty quiet. So I had my, I'll say, smaller group of friends, but I wasn't like I wasn't the class president, or I wasn't the valedictorian, right? I just kind of, I'll probably guess, mostly blended into the crowd. Our football team in '84 was went to the state championship, if I remember right, and our quarterback. A year ahead of me. I graduated in '85. In '84, he went on to play college ball and then play in the NFL and won a Super Bowl ring.
A Super Bowl ring?
Super Bowl ring. So he played quarterback here at Douglas Byrd, and then I don't know, in college or in the pros, they switched him to defensive back. So he played the nickel back for the Minnesota Vikings. This is a long time ago, so I might have remembered it not exactly right. So he wasn't a starter, right? He was a fifth defensive back, but whenever it was clearly a passing down, he would come in. So he played in the Super Bowl, and they won and has a Super Bowl ring. Well, I got to fly in space, but I'm still kind of jealous. I'm not that good of a football player, but I think it's pretty cool. My guess is it's just like that now. And you don't recognize who here is going to accomplish some crazy wild dream. But you should be paying attention to your classmates because they'll do amazing stuff given a chance.
Tell me, what was the various challenges you've experienced while in a space mission or just following up your career?
Yeah, so nothing like crazy, no big failures, no like dark, stormy night and everything was coming apart. Like I had to step in and be a hero. So none of that kind of stuff. My shuttle missions were mostly building the International Space Station with the space shuttle crew. So just little stuff, and the days are really busy, right? So your schedule's planned out, some things in 5-minute increments and a lot of things in 15 minutes. And so just keeping up with a really busy schedule when like your team is there to help you, but like that's it, like no one else. And so there's some kind of one of a kind of assignments, and so there's a lot of pressure to not make any mistakes. So busy schedule, and then all the pressure you bring to like not mess anything up.
And what inspired you to be an astronaut?
Yeah, so I joke when I was young, all the cool kids were doing it, but getting to see the Earthrise picture that Bill Anders took, where you can see Earth like a beautiful blue marble, black backdrop of space. Like I thought it'd be really cool to fly and get some kind of view like that. They took that picture going all the way out the moon, and I only went a couple hundred miles high, but even a couple hundred miles getting to look back at Earth is amazing, completely captivating. And
when I read up on you, I read that you served in the Navy, right?
Yes.
How did that prepare you for your career?
Yeah, so I wasn't in junior ROTC, and I didn't think I was growing up to go in the military, but I really wanted to go to college. And so I used Navy ROTC as a way to pay for college. And then, of course, once you're in the Navy, you got to find something to do. So I found flying airplanes, which I didn't grow up thinking I was going to be a naval aviator. I'm mostly afraid of heights, so it doesn't seem like it should be something in my career choices. But it was kind of on the path to get to apply to NASA and fly in space.
And was that challenging at all?
The trickiest task in aviation, right, is landing airplanes on aircraft carriers. It's pretty tricky in the daytime when you're first learning it. Once you figure it out, it becomes really fun to do in the daytime. But at night, it's pretty scary. And like I scare easy, so me being afraid isn't a thing. But like I know some other people that are pretty brave, and it even scares them. So let me try to describe the margin, right?
All right.
Which isn't easy. So you're landing roughly 150 knots, so a little more than 150 miles an hour. When you're looking at a Fresnel lens, so you'll see a wedge of light, and you're trying to fly such that wedge of light is lined up with this green datums, so you're on glide path. When you cross the back of the boat, the round down, the vertical distance, right? So you're flying your airplane up and down to keep it on glide slope. The vertical distance you got to put your eye in to see a center ball is like just over 1.5 feet. So 150 knots, moving your eye up and down, and you're trying to shoot for this little window that's like 1.5 feet tall.
Did you ever overshoot it, miss it?
Yeah, you end up landing a little short, not so short as to die, obviously, and then long, especially when you're learning. But we grade all those passes, right? And the only thing worse than doing poorly is getting a bad grade, just like in school, right? We're really striving for good grades when we land on the boat.
Yeah, and this may be the last question, but what would you like tell cadets? I mean, sorry, not cadets. What would you say to students that are either graduating or looking into the career?
Yeah, a couple of different things. One, like you don't get to choose what you're afraid of. A lot of other people are afraid of those things and other things. It doesn't have to limit you. So if there's something that you want to accomplish, if there's a couple of steps along the way that you're a little afraid of, no big deal. Just you can work through them. The second one is like dream big. Think big. You get this one window at a time to accomplish whatever you're going to accomplish. So be bold with the window of time you're given. If you just have a little idea of doing something grand and it sounds a little strange, go pursue it. A lot of people want to help. For example, of course, it was a long time ago. Like I was here as a Douglas Byrd High School student back in the 1900s, right? It feels like 1,000 years ago. But like I was walking around these halls in this gym thinking, I want to fly in outer space someday. So like there's crazy dreams out there. And if you pursue them, a lot of them will come true.
That's amazing. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you and good luck.
Yeah. Hope you have a nice day. And this is the Eagles News Network signing out.
Welcome back to the Eagles News Network. I'm Kaden Sullivan, here joining y'all in a gymnasium where the Starward Sun will be held this evening. Here I have joining me Associate Superintendent Lindsay Whitley. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here today.
You're welcome. What are some plans for schools and safety and security?
So when we think about safety and security in our school system, that is our top priority. If you look at the news here in Cumberland County, as well as across the nation, you often see things about threats to school safety and what have you. And our goal as a leadership team is to keep our kids safe. And so we have a lot of initiatives. Of course, this school year, we actually launched what we call our weapons detection systems, and that's just one of the tools that we have. Some people call them metal detectors for short, and that's just a way to hopefully keep things that shouldn't be in schools out. But we also have just our anonymous reporting system, and I often say that is one of the most important things, is for every student to feel empowered, every parent, every caregiver. If they see something, say something. 9 times out of 10, when you think about how we help keep kids safe, a lot of times it's because of an anonymous tip. And so we just want to encourage everyone. We're all here. We want every kid to get here in a safe manner, and we want them to go home. So if you see something, say something.
What resources are available for students who are struggling academically?
So through our academic services program, we have a variety of tutoring programs. I know there's something that I've actually told my children about. I have a high schooler and a middle schooler, and it's called Brain Fuse. It's actually a 24/7 online tutoring. And so I believe it's connected in, it's called Canvas, right? Y'all use Canvas? Yeah, so there's a tool there. There's also there's some other things through the school, such as peer tutoring and other resources. Primarily, though, we look to our teachers to support our students. And sometimes, if students are struggling or having a challenge, it's just important to reach out to your teacher and advocate for yourself and request additional resources.
Given the current state of the political environment where education seems to be under attack, what is your message to the students at Douglas Byrd and Cumberland County?
Well, I want to say to the students of Douglas Byrd and Cumberland County schools, I want to say we had really our mantra coming into this school year. We are CCS. We are Cumberland County schools. And sometimes we can't always control what's going on around us in the world, but we can control our mind, our focus areas, and we can just do the very best that we can every day. So I would say to our students across the district, and especially here at Douglas Byrd, just know that you have a lot of adults who are fighting for public education, fighting to support our students, and we're behind you. And so we don't want you all to worry about that, but we want you to know that there are a lot of people advocating, and that we want you to focus on your studies and doing well in school, being healthy, being happy, and being successful.
Another thing we want to know is your name in the hat to be the next superintendent?
So you heard it here first. No. We're excited, as you may have heard. Our superintendent, Dr. Connolly, is retiring at the end of this year, and the Board of Education is actually looking to hire a new superintendent. And my name is not in the hat. I have not applied, but I'm sure there will be many candidates who will apply, and we look forward to them hiring another great superintendent to lead our school district.
Okay. That'll be all from the Eagle Students Network. Once again, I want to thank you for coming out and taking these questions. And that'll be all.